Asterisk asterisk when a leopard strikes, but the dog strikes back asterisk asterisk. Leopards are stealthy, ruthless, and almost always in control. Their attacks are swift, brutal, and rarely challenged. But every now and then, nature throws a twist. In rare, heart-pounding moments, dogs driven by sheer bravery and unshakable loyalty stand their ground. They don't just survive, they push back. Snarling, biting, refusing to give in. Some of these fearless canines turn the tables on one of the wild's deadliest predators. Against all odds, they fight and sometimes, they win. In yet another astonishing twist of fate, a leopard targets a dog fast asleep at a quiet truck stop. With the element of surprise on its side, the leopard lunges, jaws locking around the dog's neck. Under normal circumstances, that would be the end, but not this time. The dog jolts awake in a frenzy, thrashing and twisting with everything it has. Its instincts kick in, refusing to surrender. Against all odds, it manages to break free from the predator's grip. Stunned by the fierce resistance, the leopard hesitates, then retreats into the shadows, but the story doesn't end there. Fueled by adrenaline and sheer will to survive, the dog doesn't just escape, it charges after the leopard, barking furiously as if to say, asterisk, you picked the wrong target. Asterisk, it was more than survival, it was defiance in its purest form. In a fast-paced pursuit, another leopard managed to corner a dog. A fierce struggle followed as the big cat tried to lock in a fatal grip. But the dog fought back, refusing to surrender. Even when the leopard bit into its neck, the determined dog wriggled free, turning the tide. Defeated and frustrated, the leopard gave up and ran. In yet another bizarre and heart-pounding incident, chaos erupted on a city street as animal control officers worked desperately to contain a leopard that had wandered far from its natural habitat. Sirens blared, crowds gathered at a distance, and tension thickened in the air. But just when things couldn't get more unpredictable, a street dog darted into the scene. Without a second thought, the dog charged straight at the leopard, barking wildly, teeth bared, and tail high. In a moment that stunned everyone, the dog even lunged and bit the leopard's tail. Gasps rippled through the crowd, and animal control officers froze for a split second, fearing the worst. Spectators shouted, pleading for the dog to back off. The leopard whipped around, visibly agitated, ready to strike, but the dog, perhaps realizing the danger it had just invited, wisely retreated at the last second. It was a close call, a near disaster barely averted. This wasn't just a wild encounter, it was a tense reminder of how unpredictable animal behavior can be, even in the heart of a city. But perhaps the most shocking moment of all came during a raw, primal clash that no one saw coming, a moment when the hunter became the hunted. In a brutal twist of fate, a single dog not only survived a leopard attack, it completely turned the tables. As the leopard lunged, expecting an easy kill, the dog exploded with fury. It wasn't just fighting for its life, it was fighting like a warrior possessed. With teeth bared and adrenaline surging, the dog managed to knock the big cat off balance and slam it to the ground. What followed was a ferocious ground battle, snarling, growling, claws and jaws locked in chaos. But the dog didn't give up an inch. Pinning the leopard down with relentless force, it became clear that this was no ordinary canine. The leopard, shocked and overwhelmed by such resistance, eventually broke free, scratched, shaken, and clearly defeated. It fled into the underbrush, vanishing as quickly as it had come. Yet the dog wasn't finished. Still burning with fire, it gave chase, barking with rage as if to say, asterisk, you picked the wrong fight. Asterisk. It was a moment of pure defiance, proof that courage can roar just as loud as power. In a scene that defied all expectations, a leopard crept into a quiet truck stop under the cover of night. Its target, a dog, sound asleep beside a parked vehicle, completely unaware of the danger stalking in the shadows. With deadly silence, the leopard pounced, sinking its jaws into the dog's neck. For most animals, that would be the end, a swift, silent kill, but not this time. The dog awoke in a burst of panic and instinct. Kicking, twisting, and growling, it refused to go quietly into the night. Somehow, through sheer will and determination, it broke free from the leopard's grip, stumbling back onto its feet. The big cat, thrown off by the dog's fierce resistance, hesitated. And that's when the tables turned. Instead of fleeing in fear, the dog did something unthinkable. It charged. Barking furiously, it chased the stunned leopard into the darkness, forcing the predator to retreat. It wasn't just survival, it was defiance. That dog didn't just escape death, it stared it down and sent it running. Sometimes, a dog doesn't stand alone, and that can make all the difference. In one unforgettable moment, a lone canine found itself in a deadly grip, ambushed by a stealthy leopard under the cover of night. But before the predator could finish the job, something incredible happened. A pack of dogs, loyal, fierce, and fearless, charged in with a deafening chorus of barks. They didn't hesitate. They surrounded the leopard, attacking from all angles, nipping at its legs, lunging at its face, biting with unrelenting force. The leopard, taken by surprise, fought back fiercely. But even with its power and agility, it couldn't hold off the pack. Blow after blow wore it down. Overwhelmed and outnumbered, the mighty predator collapsed, unable to withstand the fury of a united defense. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to the strength of loyalty and the unbreakable bond of the pack. Leopard attacks usually end in swift, one-sided outcomes, but every so often, something remarkable unfolds. In these incredible stories remind us that courage isn't measured by size or strength, it's about heart, instinct, and the will to fight back when all odds are against you. From daring escapes to shocking turnarounds, these moments prove that sometimes the underdog doesn't just survive. They rise, they resist, and they win. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more jaw-dropping animal encounters from the wild and beyond. And be sure to hit the notification bell so you're always the first to catch our latest adventures.